Hi friends, my name is Nandita. I am from Andhra Pradesh.
Children, now let us discuss in detail about this diversity and taxonomy. Children, as we discussed that the number refers to the biodiversity on the earth. The term biodiversity or biological diversity means the numbers and types of organisms present on the earth, forms of life in the living world. The living world includes all the living organisms such as microorganisms, plants, animals, and humans. Biodiversity is not limited to the existing life forms. If we explore new areas and even old ones, new organisms are continually being added. This huge available variety cannot be studied and identified without having a proper system of classification and nomenclature. Now let us study in detail about systematics. The word systematics is derived from the Latin word systeme, which means systematic arrangements of organisms. Already we discussed that Linnaeus used Systema Naturae as the title of his book. He coined the term systematics in 1957. Systematics is the branch of science that deals with the unique properties of species and groups of recognize, describe, names and arranging the diverse organisms according to one and organized plan. In 1961, Simpson defined systematics as the study of diversity of organisms and all their comparative and evolutionary relationships based on the comparative anatomy, psychology, biochemistry, and ecology. The words systematics and taxonomy are often used interchangeably by the biologist. Systematics including the following like identification, classification. Now let us discuss about identification. Identification itself aimed at finding the correct name and appropriate position of an organism. The morphological and anatomical characters are examined for proper identification. Now let us study about classification. It is almost impossible to study all living organisms, so it is necessary to devise some meaning to make this possible. This can be done by classifying the organisms. Thus, classification is the process by which organisms are grouped into categories based on some easily observable characters. Biological classification is the scientific arrangements of organisms in an hierarchy of groups and subgroups on the basis of similarities and differences in their traits. Let us discuss the advantages of classification. It helps to identify an organism easily. New organisms easily get correct place in their respective groups, and it makes study of fossils easily. It also helps in building evolutionary pathways. It becomes easy to know the futures of whole group by studying one or two organisms of the group. Thus, based on these characters, all living things are classified into different tags. Now let us discuss about nomenclature. Children, nomenclature is a system of naming living organisms in a way that a particular organism is known by the same name all over the world. Now let us discuss about common names. The common names or vernacular names are the local names given to an organism in a specific language in a particular region. There are different names of same organisms in different regions even within a country. Let us discuss the advantages of common names. The common names are easy to pronounce and are short. For example, cat or Billy. People are similar to these names since childhood. These are based on some features of organisms: cowa, crow, count, sound like that. Let us discuss the disadvantages of common names. All the organisms cannot be named by this method as they are organisms of different sizes and shapes. For example, like microorganisms. Another disadvantage is an organisms maybe have several names in a given language. For example, in Hindi, names of prickly, poppy, and water lily has 15 English names. Another disadvantage is a common names maybe have different meanings in different countries, like maize means wheat and other grains in USA, and it is called crown in Commonwealth countries. The common names maybe have a little relevance, example ladyfinger, okra, window spears, etc. The common names may be incorrect, like jellyfish Colenterata, silverfish Arthropod, starfish Echinodon are not real fishes. These names are not useful for the scientific studies. Children, now let us discuss about scientific names. A scientific name is given by biologists. These names represent a particular organism in every part of the world. The system of providing scientific name is called as binomial nomenclature. The scientific names must be included as acceptable in every part of the world, assigned on agreed principles and criteria, different for each species and not used for other organisms earlier. Children, now let us discuss about binomial nomenclature. The binomial nomenclature was developed by Carolus Linnaeus in 1951. He is a Philosophica Botanica. All scientific names for animals under binomial nomenclature were given by Linnaeus in the 10th edition of his book Cisterna Naturae in 1758. Linnaeus named plants according to binomial nomenclature in his book Species Plantarium in 1753. Binomial nomenclature is a system of providing distinct and appropriate names to organisms, each consisting of two words. First is the genera name, that is names of genus, and the second one is a specific epithet, that is the name of species. Already we discussed that. For examples, like scientific name of mango is written as Mangifera indica. In this name, Mangifera represents the genus and the indica is represent particular species or a specific epithet. Children, now let us discuss the rules of binomial nomenclature. The rules of binomial nomenclature were initially framed by Linnaeus in his book Species Plantarium and Systema Naturae. The rules were revised again by the following nomenclature codes. First one is International Code for Botanical Nomenclature, and the second one is International Code for Zoological Nomenclature, and the third one is International Code for Bacteriological Nomenclature, and the fourth one is International Code for Viral Nomenclature, and the fifth one is International Code for Nomenclature of Cultivated Plants. The rules framed by Linnaeus and by this codes are as follows. The names are generally in Latin and written in italics. They are Latinized or derived from Latin irrespective of their origin. The first word in a biological name presents the genus, while the second component denotes the specific epithet. Both the words in a biological name, when handwritten, are separately underlined or printed in italics to indicate their Latin origin. The first word denoting the genus starts with capital letter, while the second specific epithet starts with a small letter, like Mangifera indica. Generic and common names may be same, like gorilla or gorilla. No names were recognized prior to those used by Linnaeus in 1753 for plants in Species Plantarium and in 1758 animals in the 10th edition of Systema Naturae. The name of categories higher than the rank of genus are not printed in italics. Bold letters can, however, be used. When a species is transferred or revised, the name of the original worker is retained but in parentheses. Examples: Zyzigum, Cuminan, Enskills, etc. Now let us discuss the advantages of binomial nomenclature. The binomial nomenclature names were usually universally acceptable and recognized. They remain the same in all languages. The names are small and comprehensive. There is a mechanism to provide a scientific name to every newly discovered organism. The names indicate relationship of species with other species present in the same genus. A new organism can be easily provided with a new scientific name. Thank you.